What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. You will notice that I am a little rushed today. I'm just doing a little bit of a time lapse of the little scholar chamber thingamajigger going on in here. And but yeah, anyway, what I'm going to be doing this video, it's been a really rough week for me as far as getting videos out. I've been really busy, a lot of things going on in my personal life that has been happening, but anyways, I needed to get a video out today, about crying this week, and so I decided to go ahead and do this and make a few little announcements that I hope will be beneficial and you guys will like. So, anyways, what we're gonna do is first start out by telling you what's going on. What we're doing on this video is we're just building at the bottom of the Scholar's Tower. So at the end of the video, I'll just kind of fly around and give you an idea of where I am, what I'm doing, and you know, what's going on in general. So, but anyway, yeah. So this is at the bottom of the Scholar's Tower. This is where the scholars, the scribes, would come and write and copy the documents of the castle. So typically they would take books that are already done and then they would copy them and make more of them. And there is what I'm going to do in the room next to this is there's going to be like a press room where they actually make the paper. Now, I forgot to research onto it. I remember watching a show on what they do, but basically they make a paste and it's in this sort of bucket. They stir it up, and then what they do is they take like a sort of a plank of wood, some kind of special face, and they stick it into the paste and it pulls out, and you have this flat sort of surface of this paste that's stuck to the board. And then they bring it over to a press, and then they press down on it and pull off slowly, and that paste just sort of like presses and it condenses and it becomes what we know as paper. But at this point it's still wet and they have to dry it, and so you'll see me using the quartz later on to make it as drying racks. But anyways, I just wanted to tell you what that was. But anyway, as far as being rushed this week, and as far as not really having time to make really any updates on crying, let me start off. Number one, I've started another project. This one is a sort of like a large scale project. So it's basically a whole province. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because, and yes, it's very much inspired by Westeros Craft, but I wanted to make something that actually has a large, cohesive whole. Like big fields, towns and villages across the lands, and I really wanted to have sort of this, this large sort of land going on, and sort of like a kingdom. And so what I'm going to be doing is I have a castle. I've already started the castle. It's almost done, to be honest. Like literally the outside is almost done. I started out, like, let me tell you the funny part about this, and this is like a curse of mine. I can't seem to shake it, but it started out, it was just supposed to be a time lapse for a barracks. Like, it was just supposed to, I was gonna start like doing little time lapses, but I can never make things small, and we should know that by now. And so what I decided to do is make it into an actual castle. And it's not big, it's kind of like themed along the Kazakhstan kind of thing, if you guys know what I mean, like a small keep. But this one's a little bigger than the keep, but you know, it's not a huge castle at all. It's just something small and, you know, rustic kind of. And it's based on, you have the motte, which is the tower. You have a round tower that is like on top of a hill surrounded in a moat, and then it connects to the inner castle, which is kind of small. It's just 2 halls pretty much, and then small walls around it, a couple stables, a well in the middle. And then you have like a chapel tower that goes off on the other side, and then the road wraps around it, and it's a very defensive castle in terms of you know, in terms of like how everything's laid out, I really tried to, I'm trying to go realistic here, and I really liked the idea. But anyway, it's all time-lapsed up to this point. All I need to do on that castle right now is finish the Bailey, which is where the blacksmith, the goodness gracious, the bakery, the tailor, and the carpenter are. So basically the main economic sources. Anyway, around this castle is going to be the like 2 villages and 3 hamlets. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that for right now. And but yeah, I'm really excited about it. You'll see sneak peeks over on Twitter and Facebook as I progress. And also, guys, I've been working on trees. I've been working on oak trees, and I've actually kind of finished them. I have 8 bushes, I have 12 tiny trees, I have 12 small trees, 12 medium trees, and 12, well, basically 4 extra large and 4 normal large, but I'm going to make 4 more, like a mix between, you know, because I wanted to make, you know, because I started out making like extra large trees, and then I noticed that the size difference between extra large and large was like huge. So anyways, I decided to do that. Anyway, I got more trees to do. So I'm not sure if it's going to progress into a tree pack. I don't know yet, but if it does, I mean, I think it'll be a great tree pack. I'm not really going into the unnecessary detail, though. I'm not really going like really hardcore, you know, trying to come up with new ideas. I'm just making trees. That's all there is, nothing special, and that's all I want to do, because I'm just making it for myself, and it might happen to turn out to be a public, you know, for public use at some point, because I might make a video series. It might become something like the Architect Project, you know, Architect World, or not the Architect World, but like Warp Art, and you have all those designs around. So anyway, off that subject, as far as my personal life is concerned, it's just been, you know, a rough week. This whole weekend I was preoccupied by family things going on. It's not really anything, it's, you know, not a death in the family or anything. It's just like a big change for from everything, and you know, I just gotta get used to it, you know, get used to the new thing. Yeah, so that's that, and we'll move on from that now. So also I want to announce a upcoming thing for the Raven server, something that I personally would really like to see, and it's actually inspired by something I did way in the past before I joined Raven. You guys, some of you might remember this server called Puego. They had one build battle, and it was called Red versus Blue. And basically, you have 2 teams, and it can be anyone can join either team. It can be guests, it can be architects, it can be anyone that wants to join. And basically, the idea of it is just a build battle, but you have 2 enormous teams, and the whole thing takes 6 hours, or, you know, 5 hours, 6 hours. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. But what's going to happen is both teams are going to battle each other to try to build something really awesome. And so the idea is that you have, you know, maybe a river, a mountain, something in between, nothing really, you know, fancy. And then on one side you have, you know, it's not red team, but, you know, you guys can come up with a name for your team. And then there's going to be blue team, and then they have their own name. And they basically build whatever they want. It can be whatever theme they want. You know, it doesn't have to be any theme. It's not going to be any specific theme. It's just the team is going to have to figure out, you know, within themselves. You know, someone's going to have to step up and be a leader and say, you know what, this is what we're going to do. We're going to build this, and we're going to try to build better than the other team. So anyway, at the end, there's going to be, it's not going to be really any reward. Like, there's really not going to be anything that, I mean, I don't see how we could reward like a group of people like that. But anyways, I'm planning on having these build wars, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun because it's really going to bring some cohesion into the community, and I want to try to make it like often. Like, I don't want it to be just every, you know, couple months. I want it to be sort of like, you know, often, you know, maybe once a month. And I think that it would be a great thing to bring us all together. So But yeah, I'm planning on that to start post the castle contest, and it's only going to be like, these build wars are only going to take one day at a time. So like, it's just going to take, you know, everyone in the community is you know, free to join. I'm going to announce it like maybe a week ahead of time, and then everyone's just going to kind of join in, and I am going to make a time lapse of it. So like, it's not going to be like, you know, I time lapse all of red and all of blue. It's just going to be, I'm going to go in between. Like, I'm going to maybe do in, you know, 30 minutes to an hour of time lapsing red, and then maybe half an hour time lapsing blue, and, you know, back and forth until, you know, everything's all done. And then that'll be a great video to put up. And, you know, I think it'd just be really great, you know, for number one, for our community, number two, for you know, cool. So I really think it's a good idea, and maybe you guys have some suggestions that you guys would like to pitch in. I would love to hear what you guys think about it, because you know, obviously I haven't really thought it out too much. I just really think that having, you know, two enormous teams fighting each other for 6 hours, like, and obviously you aren't committed to be there, you know, the whole time. You know, you can be there for maybe 30 minutes of it. You know, it doesn't matter. And then you will, like, each name will be credited in the description of the video. So, like, you know, red team had all these players, and then blue team had all these players. And so basically, you know, your name is always going to be there. Because for me, going back to that Puego video and seeing my name there, it's just like, wow, you know, I was really there that long ago. And, you know, then you can show people that, you know, I did help build that and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just kind of a neat little novelty kind of thing. But yeah, as I'm nearing the end of building this little scholars, you know, this paper manufacturer thingamajigger going on, I'm sure you guys have been watching and seeing what's been going on. I've been kind of like dazing out, like trying to daydream, you know, what's going on, what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, we're just putting some scrolls up here and finishing it up. But yeah, other than that, it's, you know, it's been a pretty rough week. And yeah, again, for those of you that were expecting me to stream on Saturday, that's when the bulk of it happened. And yeah, so I was just, my mind was not in the, you know, the mood to stream. But hopefully I'll be able to stream this week. I was hoping to stream today, but you know, things have just been really hectic, and just, you know, stuff is always going on. I can't dedicate, or what should I say? I can't sit down for 4 hours. You know, if I can't like look ahead and say that I can actually do this for 4 hours and not have something going on, then that's when I stream. But if I always have something going on, or, you know, in that case, you know, it's just, you know, I can't stream. So, but anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have some good suggestions for me. And but yeah, this is our Crine update video, and I look forward to our next one, which will be next week, and hopefully it'll be a lot more. I'm gonna try to focus on Crine this week and get a lot more done, because I got a lot to make up for. So, but yeah, cool beans. I think that's really all that there is to say. You guys have an awesome rest of the day. I'm gonna do a quick little cinematic fly around thing of Crine, and we'll finish off the video. So, but yeah, see you on the next one. Till then, bye-bye.